What's going on, beautiful people? It is I, your flying locomotive, and faster than a speeding bullet SuperCliff, coming at you live with a brand new video. And for today's majestic and fantastic video, we are back out with everyone's favorite luminous crime fighter, Moon Knight, issue number 28. But before we dive into the darkness and the gritty world of Moon Knight, if you are new to the channel, then smash that like and subscribe button. That way you guys never miss out on anything that happens on this majestic channel. So what are you waiting for? Let's raise the bar and go full on Super Saiyan. Hit that subscribe button. Thus, without further ado, let's get freaky and quite possibly a tad bit spooky with Moon Knight, issue number 28. So our story begins with Marvel's most useless but quite possibly their most heroic supervillain to date. That being of course 8-Ball, who right now is playing pilot and is flying our heroes Moon Knight, Tigra, and Hunter's Moon over to the Black Spectre's secret base. For this is it, folks. This is the moment. Black Spectre, the baddie behind everything that's been happening to Moon Knight, this is the Midnight Mission's chance to take out their main antagonist. Now, despite the baddie's hideout being heavily armed with rocket launchers, 8-Ball manages. He's able to find a hole in their defenses and he dives the ship right through, allowing our heroes aboard to get within enemy's territory untouched. Now, with 8-Ball staying behind, he asks Moon Knight about, when will things be safe? Like, will there be a signal, a call of sorts to say if the area is safe and the situation is contained? To which Moon Knight responds saying that once you see Black Spectre falling past these windows into the ground, that's when the situation will be okay to move about freely. And 8-Ball's like, alright, good enough. However, before our heroes make their move, we get ourselves a flashback, some hours prior to the current mission, where we see the Midnight Mission going over the ins and the outs of Black Spectre's base. And one thing's for sure, this is not going to be a walk in the park. But this isn't going to deter Moon Knight's goal, for he is hellbound with killing Black Spectre and bombing the crap out of the base. He's intent on protecting those who travel at night and to stop whatever doomsday scheme the villain has planned. Basically, we're in the playoffs, folks. The time of us fucking around is over. We need our Pro Bowl players on the field for this. Hold on, why am I sounding like an NFL coach? I digress. And while the crew are still prepping, off to the side we see Tigra on becoming adamant with coming with. Despite the two of them dating, despite how much Mark doesn't want her to join, at the end of the day, Tigra is Tigra. For she doesn't hide, she hunts. From there, Mark checks in with Reese. Now, I love this scene, because Reese has been there since the beginning. She was the first one to join Midnight Mission. She believes in helping people, especially during the night. And Mark knows this. Moon Knight knows this. And alas, he tells Reese that if he dies tonight, then the Midnight Mission is hers. Because at the end of the day, the mission needs her more. She's the beating heart and the soul that represents the Midnight Mission. And it's with that where we switch back to the present. And it's here where our heroes are met with a crowd of baddies who are shown to be led by the villain Sarnak. And with that, the battle begins. Mortal Kombat, folks. But the truth of the matter is this. We don't have time for this. There's a ticking time bomb, and that bomb is Black Spectre. And so knowing the situation, Hunter's Moon volunteers to stay behind to keep the baddies distracted while Moon Knight and Tigra take off and to proceed onward with their mission. But another wrench is then thrown, because as the two make their way, Tigra's following step unlocks something. Essentially, her foot is on the top of a mine, and if she lifts said foot, things will explode. Thus, Moon Knight must confront Black Spectre alone, where he'll have to leave the woman he loves behind in order to save the city, but not before receiving a goodbye kiss. However, things are getting harder and harder because as Moon Knight progresses more and more, baddies are in position to stop him, and our hero fights them as bloody as possible. Moon Knight is punching dudes, breaking jaws, breaking arms, and hell, he's getting stabbed multiple times. This fight clearly isn't easy. Meanwhile, as the chaos is going down, we have Zodiac leaving a phone call with Black Spectre. And essentially Moon Knight's crazy villain is saying how you can't plan for someone like Moon Knight. He's an agent of chaos. Anything he touches just spins out of control. But that's when Moon Knight himself finally shows up on Black Spectre's door. And with that, the two begin their fight. Their duel for New York City begins. Meanwhile, Zodiac hangs up on the call, and as we see him strolling about carrying a crossbow, wearing a gold chain, Zodiac walks up armed and ready to attack the Midnight Mission. And that, folks, was the end of Moon Knight, issue number 28. And thank you guys for checking out my video, as it truly means the world to me. Once more, Jed MacKay, who's making a name for himself at Marvel, delivers yet another fantastic issue featuring our majestic luminous crime fighter. The book continues to be amazing for a load of reasons. Everything that happens with its characters, Tigra, 8-Ball, Reese, everything feels earned. So when something awesome happens like Reese being gifted the Midnight Mission if Moon Knight dies, like hell yeah to that. Because like I said in the story section of this video, Reese has been there since the beginning. We've seen this young woman, possibly somewhat cynical, show the most heart in this book. She is what the Midnight Mission represents. Second chances. A chance to live during the night. Yes, at the end of the day, or night, you can't say that this book is just another superhero story, a wannabe-esque, Batman style story, but it's much more than that. This series is about a cast of society's rejects. People who have fucked up, but because they have each other and they have them in that mission, the idea of it, everyone from Moon Knight to Hunter's Moon, they all have a second chance, a chance to try again. Basically, you can say that this series is about not giving up and having that extra chance to try at life again. Also, another thing that this book does really well are the villains. Black Spectre, he may be the prime threat of the book, but let's face it, the main villain is Zodiac. He's the opposite of Moon Knight. He's the one who's caused the most harm, and it looks like this insane murderer is about to do something terrible. And I swear, if he burns down the Midnight Mission or if he just, kills Reese via crossbow, I will riot. So yeah, the more you know. Overall, Moon Knight is one of Marvel's best series happening, and I cannot wait to see how this ends and where the story will go with Vengeance of the Moon Knight in 2024. So yeah, good stuff. And yeah, as always, I'm your majestic sayer over at SuperCliff, and if you guys are new to the channel, then do me a solid by smashing that like and subscribe button, and also the notification bell so that you'll never miss out on an upload, and so that you'll always be kept up to date with your favorite top tier comics happening in the comic book world. Now tell me, what are your thoughts and opinions on this issue? Are you guys excited for issue number 29? Let me know down in the comment section below. And until the next video, peace, giggity goo.